Hey, it's your girl Moni 69 Ways. I'm down here for another recap review of the Never Ever Met Season 2, Episode 8. Before I get into this recap review, if you are new here, make sure you also hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell button so you know when I drop something or when I go live, and also hit the like button for your girl. And if you know anybody who'd like this crazy scripted, unscripted, never ever met dating show, please share the video out, okay? Yeah, so let's get into episode 8. And they also did take a week off. So they came back last Friday. So yeah, I'm trying to catch up. I know I'm a little behind, so yeah. So episode 8, I'm gonna start with Alexis and Chris. So we know the past few episodes they really was kind of playing the background. We really, because they was one of the couples that's not really at the forefront, like that. Like, well, Chris here and there mostly, but they wasn't like out like that as a couple for us, dealing with their issues in their relationship, or trying to get to know each other, or not get to know each other. So yeah, so they actually sat down with a supposed to be a relationship expert, but I think her name was Dr. Allie or something. And on the TV screen, they got her as a mental health expert. So it's not coinciding. Like, is she really a relationship expert? I don't know. But yeah, so they sat down with her finally, and she asked like why they need to see her, like why they need to see a expert or coach or whatever. Chris, he started off saying how Alexis is kind of like controlling, and like he said he don't like that mother because she give off like a mother type control to him, so he doesn't like that at all. So he says that, and he said he saw controlling in his life, whereas he see how his father control things, and he said he had like 8 step mothers and step daddies because I guess between his mom and his dad he had a lot of steps. So he seen his father way of controlling, and he just tell her she needs to like kind of scale it back. That's basically what he want her to do, like scale it back, be more, I guess, feminine, be submissive or whatever. So, um, and she agreed that she even Alexis said that she is aggressive, dominant, all the strong words. So yeah, and he doesn't like that. And the doctor did pivot the conversation when she brought up the game. I'm like, so I guess word gets back that they be playing these games at dinner. Cause you remember the game where everybody had to write yes and no. If they had to make a decision now about um making it work with a partner they came in for, will they leave with them at that moment? It was yes or no or something like that. And he was shocked that she brought it up, that Dr. Allie brought it up. So he said he wrote no, and she said she wrote yes, and stuff like that. And Chris is giving actor. I'm being honest. I'm like, are you really here to get to know her, or see can y'all move forward, or is just playing a waiting long game? Like, cause it's like y'all get paid per episode, so you trying to stick it out to the end. That's what is given, not real, in my opinion. It's not like he really want to be with her for real. But yeah. So he just said he wanted to wait it out and see, to get to know each other a little further and see where it goes, whatever. So also later, we saw Alexis planning a date for them, which they went to Mayweather boxing gym that's in Hollywood. And yeah, so Chris said that's like his favorite boxer or what have you. And and she know I love boxing, so she was listening, she was paying attention, and I didn't like her hair. I was trying not to be too critical, but I did not like her hair. She looked like a wet dog. I'm so sorry, girl. But I did not like the hair. I didn't like why. Why so wet looking? But I guess I wish you would have like kind of put in a ponytail or something since you are going to um a boxing gym where you might get sweaty and stuff. So I don't know, but it's a date nonetheless. So she tried to look cute for him and stuff. Um, got to the boxing thing. Um, Chris really enjoyed himself and stuff like that, and she said she just want to make him happy, see him happy and stuff like that, and show him that she can, be a good, I guess, a good match for him or something. It was just a nice scene for them getting along, and he said she actually listening to directions because we know when they had their challenge as a group in a couple challenge, and she went overboard with not following directions. Okay, so yeah, he did give her a kiss. He said he enjoyed the date and stuff like that. That's all I can remember from Alexis and Chris. So it seems like everything is good right now. But like I said, it seems like they're playing the long game for it, staying in the house, right all the way out to the end, because we found out they got like one more week left. Mind you, they've been in this house, supposed to be in the house for 3 weeks. So they have one more week left. Okay, so they're trying to wrap it out. Next Brittany and Ty. This what these the two that should have went home in my opinion. Brittany and Ty, it's clearly that Brittany is not attracted to Ty. It's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. Yeah, it's written all over her face. She is not attracted to the man, and it seemed like she barely want him to touch her. Okay, and she said that was not her love language. Even the people, even the other couples, noticed that, especially Jerry. I think he said because it was like different things happening in the house because the fellas, especially Child Cinco, messy ass, they was like at the pool table. He asked Ty like, "Okay, so how did the date go?" Because mind you, I think the last episode, he took out on the date. He took her to his place because he lived in Cali. Mind you, they shooting in Cali, so he lived in California. Took her to his place. He cooked her favorite meal, which was, I want to say, lobster, crawfish, or some seafood. And he said he had everything, baked potatoes loaded. He said they had like a great conversation, or deep conversation. I'm like, really? About what? Cause yeah, cause this girl, she just clearly, she is not really coming forth with her true feelings about Ty in this whole situation. It seems like she's another one who's trying to ride it out to the end, and don't want to make no decision right now. But it's clear as day that y'all are not gelling, not gelling, and Brittany seems like she have a hard time hiding it. So also we see that Jared and Charli talk to Brittany in another room. Cause he asked her how the date went and stuff. She said it went great or whatever. And he just said he let her know like Ty is like really like her, into her. And he said that seemed like Ty love languages, touch and act of service. Which we can see on the show because um he liked to cook for everybody. And that was one of the problems she had. Like, you caring to everybody but me, and you supposed to be here for me. And also, yeah, so yeah. and he likes to touch her, and you seem like she don't like to be touched. Okay, even when he was trying to kiss her when she went to his place for the date, he was trying to touch her. Then it seemed like she was like, ew, ew, ugh, ugh. That's how she was giving, like don't touch me. Excuse me. So that's what she was giving. And also we saw later they played at dinner. They played a game. Mind you, they played a game. It was like a Cinco. Yeah, Cinco was pulling that car out of a bowl. So it's like a question for each couple. So the question was like, if you haven't already, so everybody got each couple got a question. So, but when it got to Ty and Brittany question, it was like, if you have not already, do you think you and your mate is sexually compatible or something like that? I'm paraphrasing y'all. So she was like, what? And she was like smiling, laughing, like she did not want to answer at all. And she was like, I don't know. And then she reluctantly, and then she said yes. And then Ty said no. I was like, because he know that she wanted to say no, but she said yes. And she took a long time to answer. And she said in her confession that she's trying to spare him. She didn't want to embarrass him. She's trying to spare his feelings and stuff like that. That's why she said yes. She got up she got up from the table because I guess she was irritated because he said no and she said yes because she was trying to spare his feelings and not embarrass him. So I guess she feeling embarrassed because he said no, but he said he was being honest. And she took a long time to answer, which she did. So it's like, girl, just tell the truth and say what it is. Like when she was talking to Jerry and Charli, he was like, you like him, but you like not in love with him or don't want to be, I guess, just be friends. You don't like him that way. You don't like him, okay? That could turn into potential love. So yeah. So she walked in the kitchen. This is when Alexis and Chris came back from their date. And then, Alexis went in the kitchen because they were like, dang, we came in on some drama already. So she went in, she was like, and then Brittany was just saying, like, what happened? What was the question? She told Alexis what was the question. She told Alexis her answer, and she only said yes to spare him from being embarrassed or his feelings. And he said no. So I'm like, well, you can't get too mad because he was being honest. He was brave enough to be honest, which you couldn't do. I mean, F a ninja feelings, like for real, be honest. Let's say what it is. Like, no. First of all, you barely don't. It seems like you barely don't want him to touch you, and it seems like y'all have no chemistry at all. Even Ty is picking up on it. Okay, so Ty eventually came in the kitchen because they talked him to go in there and ask the question like, okay, what's going on, whatever. And mind you, as Ty going there for a little bit, eventually everybody came in the kitchen. Okay, they had a viewing audience. Okay, so he asked him what was up, and so she explained what she tried to, because he asked a question. And she tried to explain that she said that she didn't want to try and embarrass him and stuff like that. As she was explaining, he did interrupt her. And he said, "Oh, you gonna let me talk? Or you gonna let me talk?" I'm like, but she wasn't finished saying her statement, which was wild. So okay, I'm like, is she not over talking? You did interrupt her as she was still talking. You like, no, 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 no. Yeah, you did interrupt her, Ty. So that's the only thing like I could say that got on my nerves. You saying don't. I said I'm not a little boy. Don't little boy me. I'm like, I don't think she was trying to little boy you. And then she started to put her fingers in his face. I'm like, okay, y'all doing that. you cutting her off, interrupting her, and then saying that she is not letting you talk. And she just trying to answer your question, and now she putting her fingers in your face, and things kind of getting heated. And she said, I don't like this, because you getting, like, I guess a little too turned up, because he got upset that he couldn't talk. All she was trying to do was just finish her statement as she was talking when you asked her the question. At this point, it's time for them to go home. It's time for them to go home. They need to pack their bags and go home. So hopefully next episode they will go, because it's clear as day. I don't know. Did they have to sit down with the relationship expert lady or the mental health expert lady? Seemed like everybody having to sit down with her. I can't remember if Brittany and Ty did though. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, they just need to pack it up, go home. Pack it up. All right, that's pretty much it for Brittany and Ty. They don't need to be together. They need to go. They don't need to go no further to see what's what, because it's clearly nothing. It seems like she is disgusted by him and only see him as a friend, and he wants something more. Yeah, and she's not giving it, and she doesn't see him that way. So yeah, they're best to go y'all separate ways. So next up, we're gonna talk about Charli and Jared. Okay. So this is interesting. This was an interesting move on my part. Interesting move on Jared's part, in my opinion, because he came and wanted to talk to Charli, and he became honest about his true feelings when they played a game of, if you had to make a decision today, would you leave with your partner? Yes or no? Because he the one that put F no, and he lied to her, said that he said yes. When she asked him, what did you put on the card? He said yes. But he told the fellas he put F no. He the one that put F no. Okay? So he became honest about his feelings, how he really felt after she dropped the bomb of her 3 extra children she has, and stuff like that. So he admitted that he's the one who put F no on the card when that question was asked. And also he said how his that was his immediate reaction. So he said as time went on, it went to a yes, and then it went to a maybe. No, he said it went to a maybe. After the F no, it went to a maybe, then a yes, and then back to a maybe. So yeah, he just expressed that he doesn't see how they can move forward realistically with her 4 and his 2 kids of his own. And he said he's still trying to figure out how to be a father to the ones he got. So, and he just, laying it all out, his true, honest feelings about that. And she asked the question, like, how do you feel now? Because she was definitely hurt, and she said if she feel disrespected and hurt and stuff like that, that he lied, even though they put all they cars out, all they lies out, and he still continued to lie. And he lied afterwards. So she was like, felt disrespected. And then she asked him, like, how do you feel now? Do you still, he said he don't know. I think that's what he said. He's not sure. And he also warned, because mind you, they people are coming. Her best friend and his sister are coming that same day as they having this conversation. I'm like, why you want to be honest now? So late. You should have been honest at the moment. So you gonna wait till your people come? I guess you just trash all the way. That was a trash move, my guy. Anyway, so yeah, so he also said that his sister gonna come and she probably gonna ask a question, like, or say something like, is he really ready to take care of someone else's kids, something like that. being in a relationship and he taking care of somebody else's kid, something like that. So he was being honest and stuff like that, transparent. And she's a little hurt about it because later we see her sitting and she was kind of like teary-eyed or feeling, she looked it down, she had like misty eyes, and Brittany came by and asked her like, what's wrong? And she told her what Jared said to her and how he lied and stuff like that, and he's the one who put Ethno on the car when they played that game that night and stuff like that. And Brittany was like, mm-mm. And she would just say she just shocked because like he was saying something else, like everything was good, everything's great, everything's good, we gonna move forward, whatever. So he definitely tricked her for sure, lied and tricked her. And Brittany had a point, like he said F no, and he still continued like. And then the next, he said F no one night, and then the next night y'all went to the boom room and y'all continue. He still continued to have sex with you, and knowing this whole time that's how he truly felt, girl. So y'all need to talk again, honey, because that's not cool at all. I agree. Like I think I've been saying this for the past episodes. That's messed up. Pulling a string of her along. And he kind of like low key admitted when he talked with the fellas, like that's what his goal was. He said in the confessional and to the fellas, like he really didn't want to see what she really hidden for us. Like he just wanted to smash. He said he waited all this time, so he wanted to see what the goods are hidden for. So yeah, it was just a messed up move, a jerk move on his part of moving that way. Child, and he got a whole sister. You don't want your sister to be with a type of man who did that to her, like a man like you. You don't want your sister to be with a man like you who just did that to her, like did that to Charli. Y'all be wilding how y'all be. Some of y'all men are wilding how y'all be moving. Like, do y'all want your sister or your mother to be treated that way? Be lied to, manipulated? Like, come on, like be for real. But yeah, so Jared's sister arrived, pretty sister. Charli's friend arrived, pretty friend. So he said his sister, Jared said his sister's the honest one at the group. So they had the individual talkings, and he said he was scared to talk about his newborn. So it kind of find out she was not only having a newborn, she was having like 3 kids in total. So they both came forward with their lies, what they was hiding, I should say. And the sister was shocked nonetheless. And mind you, both it's like going back and forth between Jerry and his sister and Charli and her best friend. So they having these conversations about, yeah, she said I was honest, and then come to find out he was having he was also having a 6-month-old and stuff like that. She said, what are y'all doing? The best friend was like, what is this? What is going on? What are y'all doing? Yes, exactly, best friend. Exactly. A hot mess. Um, yeah, so he just continued to explain further and further, but um he kind of told us this, like he kind of let her on. Um, even though he put Ethno on the car, he kind of let her on. But you didn't say how you let her on. But I'm pretty sure your sister looking back at this is like, excuse you, this is what you doing? How you talking? So yeah, so eventually they both came in. They was talking, amongst each other, especially Jared's sister and stuff like that, because yeah. At first, I think the question Jared's sister asked was like, why you hide, I guess, your other 3 children. And Charli said she's a single mother and says already be hard like to be looked at or to be sought after when having all these kids, you know, like she a mother of 4, no, like nobody want her and stuff like that. And the sister was being real like, your kids is a blessing. Like, as long as you doing what you got to do, like you shouldn't be hiding your kids. It's like it is what it is. You taking care of them. So yeah, Charli respect that. She said, yeah, I'm taking they being taken care of very well, and I make a good living. She said she made more than Jared, and yeah. So also Charli shared that like it didn't know the sisters like, what did you expect like uh to move forward really quickly after dropping that you had 3 extra kids and stuff like that. She said, let's be realistic. Then Charlie's looking like, I ain't expect nothing. She said, I had no expectations. Like, he's the one that's saying everything was cool, everything was okay. Which it was. He was putting on airs because he wanted to smash low key. That was his like goal. So yes, he said this is your brother and stuff, saying everything's cool. He lied. He said, she said I didn't like the lying, him lying. She said, even though I did lie about my 3 kids, like, but I thought we put our lies out on the table, and as for moving forward, we was gonna be honest. But he continued to lie to me, telling me yes, that he wrote yes, and he put F no, and how say everything's good, everything's great, and how we gonna, move forward as a couple. He the one that's saying that. She said, I ain't expect nothing, because he said I will respect uh him if he said he was angry, because that's a lot. So the sister was about to go ham. I'm like, girl, please calm down. I know that's your brother, but you don't know the whole story. But I want to know what her thoughts are right now, since for the playback, for the seeing it on TV how it actually played out. Okay, I want to know her thoughts now. But yeah, so um, the sister said like, yeah, I hear you. I understand. And, saying like, this is my brother. I was gonna be in my brother corner, but I'm also gonna be holding him accountable. Like, why did you lie? And stuff like that. And Jared said he admitted that he lied and he apologized for it and stuff like that. So, that was pretty much it. And then sister came to her, Charli, telling her that getting her some encouraging words, say how she beautiful in and out. And don't let these guys like disturb you from like finding, I guess, love or whatever. She said some nice things. That she whispered some nice things. It was really nice and sweet of her to do so, because she didn't have to. And that was pretty much it for them. Okay. So I don't know. And he said that him and Charles, Jared did say him and Charles need to have a conversation privately, because they don't know how this will go moving forward. They don't see how this will go moving forward, because she got her 4 and he got his 2, and he's still trying to figure that out. So yeah, they really need to have a deep conversation, like how they going to move forward. Will it work? Will they try to make it work, or what have you? So we'll see. But I think they ain't gonna make it work, because it's a lot. He live over here, she live over there. Yeah. Mhm. We shall see. Kiki and Brandon, really too much nothing happened to Kiki and Brandon, but I did see the coming attraction. Like, she finally gonna tell him finally her truth about her living with her ex, like up to 4 months ago, or dealing with her ex or something. I'm like, y'all will wait to the end to let her reveal her secret to Brandon. Um, Cinco and Jay, they've been messy, being in mediators and being in everybody business. So, kind of stirring the pot a little bit. But asking, the questions. So it seems like they the leaders or what have you. But we see the coming attractions next episode that they have to make a decision, because she stays in Illinois, he stays in Atlanta, and they trying to see who should move where. Should she go to Atlanta, or should he go to Illinois? She said, I got a 4-year-old, so I don't know what's going on, what's going to happen. So we shall see between these two. Okay. So yeah, that's all I have to say about the Never Ever Mess episode 8 of it all. I can't wait to see this Friday episode. So we shall see. But I definitely think that uh Brittany and Ty should go home for sure, and then follow up with Jerry and Charli, because I don't see that happening. To be honest, I don't see that happening. I definitely can't wait to see how Brandon gonna react to Kiki secret. Can't wait to see it. So yeah. Let me know your thoughts on episode 8 of the Never Ever Mets. Yeah, let me know who you think will go home next or should go home next, okay? And let's see, and let me know who you think is a fraud, who's a liar, which couple is a liar and a fraud on this show. Yeah, so I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.